Verbs give your readers a sense of time. Present tense verbs tell the action as it happens. Past tense verbs describe action that's already happened. Future tense tells what will happen. In a single piece of writing, it's usually best to choose one time frame and stick with it. If you jump around from past to present tense, the reader can get confused.
Just because I call myself a writer doesn't mean that everything I write is grammatically correct. I often go through revisions and notice the things that I criticize my students for, because a lot of times you're just writing and writing, trying to get down your thoughts, and I'll notice things like I've changed tense in the middle of a paragraph. Oops, that's a no-no.
If you start out writing in present tense, you should probably stick with present tense. Otherwise, you might confuse the reader about the order in which events happened. I walk to the store, I buy a loaf of bread, I greet my neighbor, I return home, I read the Sunday paper. That's all in present tense. I walked to the store, I greeted my neighbor, I bought the Sunday paper, I returned home. You're writing as if everything happened and you're looking back on it. It's not happening right now. That works too. What you don't want to do is go back and forth in your sentences between present and past. I walked to the store on Sunday. I buy a newspaper. Your reader is unlikely to understand whether or not you bought the paper just last Sunday or whether you buy paper every Sunday when you're shifting back from the past tense verb form to the present tense verb form. And so your person giving you some feedback is likely to recommend that you make them both past tense because that's what you started out with. I walked to the store on Sunday. I bought a newspaper.
When you're writing about sporting events, and again, you're writing about a lot of them that took place, you know, the day before when you get the newspaper that day, and so a lot of times you're forced to write in the past tense, and actually editors encourage you, really in most instances, to try to write in the past tense. That is, for newspapers, I mean, that is just the accepted and universal way and style that we have in terms of writing, because obviously, again, we're writing, you know, the newspaper's coming out the day after something already happened.